Okay, there we go. I think we're finally live. Sorry for the delay with that, guys. I was having so many technical difficulties with OBS. But let me know if you can hear me and everything, and if the audio and all that is great. And I hope it's not lagging. But anyways, welcome to the stream. I recently reached 100,000 subscribers on the channel, and I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. Like, obviously, I couldn't have done this without you guys. So it means so much to me. Okay, I just want to make sure this is working because I was having so many problems with OBS. I think I might have to switch to StreamYard. Yes, it's working. Okay, good. I wasn't talking for no reason. 100,000 subscribers. Honestly, it feels amazing to finally reach that milestone. Like, I'm so grateful for my audience, and just all the comments you guys have given me and the support you've given me on the channel means so much to me. Like, it's helped inspire me to continue to make videos, and I can't help thank you enough. Perfect timing, just finished this mini chapter. Congrats on 100K. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Patrick Ryan, congrats, Jay. Very well deserved. You have the best edited, most entertaining videos on BookTube. Thank you so much, Patrick Ryan. Man, you comment on the channel, and it always makes me so happy because I always get so happy seeing your comments. Okay, I'm glad this is working. It took me only like 2 hours to get the stream figured out here. You'll be able to redeem the silver play button. Yes, I actually just, I think it was like 3 days ago, I just filled out the form to like request the silver play button. So it's on the way now. I'm super excited. Where's the play bar going? Where's the play bar going? Oh, like the play button? I'm actually not sure where to put it, to be honest. Like, I guess maybe just on my bookshelf. I'm not too sure. Some YouTube events require 100K subs. Oh yeah, I guess there is like YouTube events that I can actually go to as well. Oh, I feel flustered just from having the OBS, the technical difficulties. But anyways, we're gonna start the Q&A now, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I got this fun light in the background. I was gonna get like confetti and stuff, but I didn't have the time to do that. You need to do an unboxing of the play button? Yeah, I probably will. I probably will do an unboxing. I might just make it like a YouTube short or something. I'm not too sure. Gonna put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite video that you've made? Oh, a favorite video I've made? That is a really good question. Yeah, I probably will. Let me see here. I feel like my summary for The Way of Kings is still one of my favorite videos I have ever made on the channel, and like I put a lot of time and effort into that one. And this year, actually, I am going to be making my in-depth summaries for the rest of the Stormlight archive. I know it has been years and years since I've made the Way of Kings summary, but yeah, I am going to finally make summaries for Words of Radiance, Oathbringer, and Rhythm of War, and I want to get all those up before the book Stormlight Book 5 releases this December. So yeah, I would say my favorite video that I made is probably the Way of Kings summary. That's just like... it's like the one I'm the most proud of, I think. But I also really had a lot of fun making my terrible book covers videos. Those ones are just so fun. Like, they're just so fun to make. And I feel like they never really got that many views, but I had fun making them. And I do want to make more of those too. Actually, do you guys want to see kind of a sneak peek at some big videos I'm working on? Like, I have a mini trailer thing that I made, if you guys want to see it. If not, that's okay. That's okay. But I'm making a new series on the channel that's related to the Cosmere, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I wanted to keep it a secret, but for those of you that have been waiting for this stream to start for so long, I would consider sharing it if you want to see. Yes, you want to see? Okay. Okay, let me find it here. Let me find it here. It took me a while to make. Here, I'm just going to share my screen. Let's see. This? No. This. There we go. Okay. This is just a big collection of like stuff I've edited that I save to add into videos. Over here in the Cosmere section, I have this series of videos I'm going to make called Cosmere Classified. And basically, I am going to be initiating world-hopping agents into the Cosmere by doing like lore videos. And here's just a little sneak peek. Let me rewind this here. Here's a sneak peek at like the intro trailer for Cosmere Classified. And basically I just want to make like in-depth lore videos on the Cosmere, but it's all kind of from the perspective of me training world hoppers. And I'm also going to do like some theory videos. And I'm actually so excited. This trailer took me like a while to make, but I'm really happy with it. And right now I'm just working on writing videos. I have like 2 scripts I'm working on right now for some Cosmere lore videos. Editing is on point. Thank you. Okay. Okay, back to the Q&A. So that was just a quick little sneak peek. But it's a secret. Shh. Don't tell anybody. That is for World Hopper eyes only, so don't tell anybody about it. It's classified. And anyways, I'm working, I don't know when I'm gonna get the first one up for that. I'm working right now on a couple scripts, and I'm hoping to have one up by the end of the month, the first Cosmere Classified video, and it's likely gonna be about the, I think it's probably gonna end up being about the shattering of Adonalsium. Mike from Mike's Book Reviews. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. The button plaque is pretty massive. I had to get a smaller shelf to display it on. Oh, really? Yeah, I always feel like it's just like a small play button, but I don't know. I guess it might not fit on my shelf. The thing is, I feel like if I put it on my shelf, it's just gonna take up so much like space that where I want to show books. So I don't know. I'll have to find somewhere to put it. Maybe I'll just put it on my computer desk or something. StreamYard is so much easier, took all the stress out of live streaming away. Yeah, I might have to try StreamYard next time, because just setting up this stream, like I was so hyped, I was ready to stream, I was excited, then setting up this stream took like 2 hours. Then I was all flustered when I started because I just had so many difficulties with OBS, but I think I figured out the problem now, so it should be okay. I think I watched your Way of Kings summary after reading it 3 times, and you still pointed out things that I missed. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can help point out more things in Words of Radiance soon. Did you see the Doors of Stone publication date? I'm sorry, it's not true. Those are all placeholder dates. Part 2 of The Wise Man's Fear? Yes, I do need to get to that as well. I really need to finish up my summary for The Wise Man's Fear. I have actually 20 minutes of it, like, fully voiced over and everything, and I got some, like, halfway edited, and I just need to finish putting that together. The thing is that it's tough because, like, since I'm doing YouTube full-time, I need to be coming up with, like, an idea for the video to go up next week, and it makes it really difficult to make my in-depth summaries because I'm constantly like working hard to put a video up that week, and then I got to start planning for the next week. And with in-depth summaries, it takes like a long time to make those videos, so it just makes it really difficult when I'm like working on the video that is going to go up that week every single week. So right now I'm trying to have like a backlog of videos. I'm trying to make a backlog. It hasn't exactly worked out too great. I have like 2 videos filmed right now, one partially edited, so I'm kind of starting to get a backlog. But usually it's like I'm making the video like the week of, and sometimes that can get kind of stressful because you gotta like come up with the idea, write the video, film it, edit it all in one week, and then try to do the same thing the next week. Okay, I'm just trying to get caught up in the chat. I think there's quite a bit that I missed here. Question, are you going to continue One Piece? Alabasta and Skypiea are among my top 10 arcs. Also, do you think you have learned anything about writing by reading the manga? Yes, I am definitely going to continue One Piece. I've actually been reading One Piece kind of slowly recently, but I have been reading it. I just need to get the time to make videos on it because my last One Piece videos, honestly, they just didn't perform that great. And I know it's not all about the numbers, but because, you know, I got like all these sponsors that I'm working with, I can't really put it in a One Piece video because the sponsor's not going to be happy if it doesn't perform that well. So I just haven't been able to make the One Piece videos, but I'm hoping if I can get that backlog of videos out there, then I can start making videos on One Piece again. And I do want to do that very soon. Also, do you think you have learned anything about writing by reading the manga? By reading One Piece? I'm sure I have. I don't exactly know what though. Definitely just like the world building that Oda has created in One Piece is honestly incredible. Like it just keeps getting more and more crazy. The trailer looks sick. Okay, I think I'm just at the chat talking about the trailer still, so let me continue here. High Cosmere connectivity going on here. Yes, there's definitely some high Cosmere connectivity. I am so excited for this series of videos. To me, it's like, I feel like it's one of the videos I'm gonna be super passionate about editing. Like for me, in the past, it was my King Killer Theory videos, but I kind of want to move on and talk about other series. And when I came up with the idea for Cosmere Classified, I'm just super excited to get into that. If you can only read one author the rest of your life, assuming they all release books at the same pace, who are you reading? Okay, that's gonna have to be Brandon Sanderson, because Brandon Sanderson publishes books so quick. He writes so fast. He just is releasing another secret project. Like, what is going on? I don't know how you accidentally start writing another book. So yeah, it would have to be Brandon Sanderson. Sometimes I do feel like I need to take a break from reading Sanderson. Like there was a time when I was just like binging his series, and then I need to take a break and read some other authors, but I would still probably choose him. A Song of Ice and Fire in depth? I'm not caught up with A Song of Ice and Fire. Maybe eventually in the future, once I finally read through them all, then I'll consider making some in-depth videos on those. I would like to make an in-depth summary of Dune at some point. Maybe doing in-depth summaries once a month. Yeah, that would be ideal. Like, I would love to be putting out at least an in-depth summary every month. It's tough. Like, if I can get caught up and have like a backlog of videos, then that would give me more time to focus on the in-depth summaries. So I hope eventually I can get to that, where I'm putting out one a month. Does editing take a lot of time? Yes, editing takes a lot of time. I feel like lately I don't even have many hobbies. It's mostly just like working on videos. That's my main hobby, which is fine because I love it, but it does take a lot of time. Long time watcher, first time commenter. Congrats on 100K, bro. Thank you so much, YK2K. Thanks for following the channel for a long time. I know I've gotten some comments from people that have been following the channel since like 2018, 2019, and that's just so awesome. Your editing is so inspirational. Do you use some kind of stock footage service for effects and such? This is from Berger Dark Fantasy Tales. I do use, so I'm subscribed to a service called Motion Array, and they have some like templates and stuff on there that you can customize. So I do use that for some of my editing. And also, what's the other one? Envato Elements, I think. That one I just recently subscribed to, but they have some templates on there as well. Wheel of Time in-depth would be amazing. Any Wheel of Time videos would be amazing to see. Yes, I do want to make some Wheel of Time in-depth summaries. And I actually was planning to do some lore videos on the Wheel of Time last year. Then I just didn't get around to it, but that's still on my list of videos to make. I really want to make a video on Manetherin. Like the rise and fall of Manetherin. I think that would make a really good video. Man, I'm gonna need the Stormlight recaps. I have forgotten so much at this point. Yeah, I feel like I've forgotten a lot too, but right now I'm actually re-listening to Words of Radiance. I started re-listening to it last year, and I'm finally just like finishing it now. But I want to make sure that I have them all reread before I start making the summary videos. Can I highlight messages on here? I want to see if I can highlight the ones that I'm replying to. I feel like there's a way to highlight messages. I've seen people do it. I just don't know how. I can pin a message. I don't want to do that. I guess I need to live stream more often so that I actually know what I'm commenting. Elf Books, I want to get back into video making to some extent, but not like I used to on a weekly basis where I did everything myself. Oh, guys, Elf Books, me and him made a video way back in 2017. I think, yeah, you were the first person I collaborated with, Steven. So that was so much fun. I remember I made like a hologram of myself to appear in your video. And yeah, you should definitely get back into making videos. You really should. Like, even if you just start as a hobby, just making a video whenever you can about whatever you want to talk about, I would definitely recommend doing that. I checked back on your channel like a few years back, and I was hoping that you'd have a little bit more content, but I think you haven't posted in like a few years. But yeah, you should definitely get back into it. I can't keep up. He's probably wrote another secret project novel since the start of this stream. Yeah, Sanderson probably has, honestly. I don't know how he writes so fast. I don't understand it. Like, I know some people criticize Sanderson for not having like the most beautiful prose or the most, I don't know, quality writing, I guess. But like, I feel like Sanderson still has a lot of bangers. Like, there are some really beautiful lines in Sanderson's books. There's a lot of great quality when it comes to the characterization, the character arcs, the themes. So I don't necessarily agree with that. I do think, yeah, his like actual prose is, I guess, a bit more like accessible than other authors, but the man's doing something right, obviously, and I don't know how he can write that fast. It's crazy. Dune would be fun, but you need to do a lot of secondary research. That's the thing. Yeah, I feel like I would definitely have to. I have watched a lot of like lore videos on Dune, but I feel like I would definitely have to know my stuff if I'm gonna make a Dune summary. Got a date with my kid to rewatch Dune before I take him to part 2 tomorrow, but wanted to congratulate you. Welcome to the 100K Club, amigo. Thanks so much, Mike. Thanks so much, man. I can't wait to watch Dune Part 2. I actually watched Dune Part 1 just recently. I don't know why it took me so long to watch it, but me and Katie watched it on the plane to Mexico, just on my phone. We're like sitting there watching Dune, but we're actually gonna go see Dune Part 2 I think next Wednesday is when we're gonna go see it. So excited for Part 2. This is crazy. I first saw a video of yours 7 years ago. Time is wild. Wow. See, it's so weird. Like, I've had people ask me how long have I been doing YouTube for, and I always say, like, I think like 5 years, but I guess I've been on YouTube for like 8 or 9 years, I think. I think 8 years. It doesn't feel that long, so it always surprises me when I find out that people have been watching my videos for so long. I'm in the middle of my first Stormlight read. I'm at Words of Radiance right now, and it's a blast so far. Awesome! Just click on the comment on StreamYard. Yeah, see, if I click on a comment here, it doesn't highlight it. I don't know why. How do you think Kvothe will get his powers back? That would be a good theory. That would definitely be a good theory. I feel like it will... I can't really get into spoilers in the stream, but I do already have some ideas about that, so I think that would make a good video for sure. I also just want to make a video on, like, who's the king that Kvothe kills. I still haven't made a video on that. Patrick Ryan, do you have any authors you'd want to interview? Yes, actually, Christopher Paolini messaged me a while back, and he was open to doing an interview on my channel, so I just got too busy. This was like months ago, and I got too busy, but eventually I would like to do an interview with him. I'd also love to interview Brandon Sanderson. I think he's like the author I want to interview the most would be Sanderson. I really enjoyed interviewing Joe Abercrombie and Stephen Pacey. That was like my dream come true. Like, that's probably my like, Sanderson and Joe Abercrombie are like my top favorite authors. So, yeah, I would definitely love to interview Sanderson at some point. Question, what was the video based on your skills at the time that you spent the most time acquiring new knowledge for to complete? Oh, that's a really good question. Really good question. I feel like, again, it's probably my Way of Kings summary. Like, I put a lot of effort into that video, and I did a lot of research on, like, all the little hidden parts that I might have missed. And, yeah, it took a lot of time. A lot of time and effort with that video, but also all my King Killer videos. Like, that takes a lot of research to make. Oh, hey, we got a super chat from Matthew Knights. Thank you so much. Congrats on 100K. How goes the work on your book? It's going good. It's definitely going a little bit slowly, but I've made some progress recently that I'm really excited about. So, yeah, it's going pretty well. I actually took a break from, like, the main series I'm writing, and I'm writing, like, the standalone novel that is kind of connected, and I feel like that's really helped, like, refresh my writing, and it makes me really excited because I know, like, usually authors' first works aren't their best, so I'm working on the standalone to try to help myself become a better writer, and then I'm gonna go back to my main series and put a lot of work into that to hopefully become a better writer. So it's going really good though. Like, it's taken a lot of time and planning with, like, the world building and structuring it all out, but I'm really excited to share more details on that once I get further into the writing process. Sanderson uses the sheer frustration of his readers as sustenance to keep writing. Honestly, probably. He has to have some trick to write so much. Are your Captain Word hoodies available by any chance? And do they ship to the UK? Yes, I believe they ship to the UK, and they are available. I have them usually below my videos. There's like a shop tab. And let me see if I can find it. But yeah, they're available on where is it? Shopify? No, it's not Shopify. Let me see if I can find it. Well, it's just the shop tab, like right underneath my videos. Now that you hit 100K, what is your ideal subscriber number? My ideal subscriber number? I don't know. I don't know what my ideal subscriber number is. As long as there's people that, you know, are enjoying my videos, and I don't know if I have like an ideal number I'd like to get to. I would love to have like 500,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. But as long as there's people that continue to enjoy my content and everything, that's what matters. I'm reading Mistborn Final Empire for the first time, and I'm loving the crew so far. Awesome. You got such a cool adventure ahead of you. I honestly feel like rereading Mistborn because I haven't read it in such a long time, but they have like these graphic audio versions where it has like sound effects and everything, and I'm kind of tempted. I'm kind of tempted to try that out. Would we ever see the wedding video? Yes, eventually, yeah. So me and Katie have kind of been keeping it on the down low a little bit because we just need to get caught up on editing videos for the second channel, our vlog channel, the Sunshine Seekers. And yeah, we have a wedding video that I'm gonna have to edit. Like we've filmed a ton of videos that we need to like get edited. Then eventually we're gonna put the wedding video up and get all caught up. So yeah, eventually you will see a wedding video that will be public. We're hoping to get up some Sunshine Seeker videos pretty soon, actually. So I'm very excited about that. And if you guys don't know, Katie and I, we have a separate like vlog channel. We haven't posted on there for like a year though, but we've still been filming videos, so we have like a huge backlog. I just need to get the time to edit them all. Elf Books, you've read The Name of the Wind 6 times in 4 languages? Man. See, I thought I read it lots. I mean, I have read it quite a few times, but not in any other languages. I wonder if there's anything else that you can pick up, like reading it in different languages. I wonder if like the small like clues and stuff and the small details that Rothfuss puts in there, I wonder if it transfers over in different languages. I just tried the Audible and listening to the Project Hail Mary, and I really loved it. Is there any recommendation for what next audiobook I should listen to? Project Hail Mary is such a great book, honestly. That actually pulled me out of a reading slump at the time. But if you like that book, I mean, you could always read The Martian by Andy Weir. There's another book too, Artemis, I think. I never read that one. I haven't read that one yet. But I would recommend listening to Red Rising. I really love the audiobooks for Red Rising. And again, that's kind of like sci-fi mixed with fantasy. Okay, I need to get caught up on the chat. I am way behind here. Another super chat from Nemesis. Thank you so much for the super chat. Have you read the Pariah by Anthony Ryan? No, I haven't. Oh, I think I know the cover. It's got like, does it got like a hooded guy like sitting cross-legged with a sword? Is that the right book? I want to look this up now. The Pariah by did Anthony Ryan also write the he wrote that other series. What is it called? Blood Song. Blood Song? Yeah, that's the name of book 1, I think. No, I haven't read it yet. I really do need to get to Anthony Ryan though. I've heard so many good things. Well, I've heard mixed things actually. I've heard that Blood Song is like such a great book, but then the series kind of falls off in the later books. I don't know. I need to read it though to get my own opinion. Where did the name of your channel come from? That's a really good question, and honestly, I don't even remember. It was such a long time ago now. I remember I just wanted to come up with something that wasn't just my name. Like, I didn't want to just be... I don't know. I just wanted to come up with some type of name that was a bit unique. But now, actually, I've been really wanting to make a separate YouTube channel. I mean, this isn't gonna happen for a long time, but sometime down the road, I would like to make a separate channel that is just my name, and I just want to make videos on like whatever, like not even books. I just want to make whatever, commentary, reaction videos, videos on old TV shows I used to like. I don't know. I would just like to make something. I would like to have a separate channel where I can just talk about anything. Mistborn graphic audio is so good. Yeah, I actually just started listening to the Stormlight Archive graphic audio, and those are so good. Like, graphic audio is really underrated, I think. Like, a lot of people don't even know about it, and they're so good. It feels so immersive. What have you been reading recently? It's been a while since I was last on your channel. Let me tell you guys what I've been reading recently. Currently, I'm in the middle of reading The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. This book is really good. I feel like it's not going to be for everyone, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really confusing at first, but it like slowly unravels, and I'm really enjoying it. And I actually just recently started Mark Lawrence. I'm really late on reading Mark Lawrence because I've been wanting to read his books for a long time. And this year I finally got into Prince of Thorns. Now I'm reading this, and it's really good. Also, I've also been reading The Will of the Many by James Islington. I'm almost finished this one. Such an amazing book. This is probably like in my new top 10, like pretty high up there. It's amazing. I highly recommend Will of the Many. And also Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty. This one is really good. This is like a grimdark, it's like a reimagining of the Mahabharata, I think it's called, which is this Indian epic. And to me, it kind of has some like Joe Abercrombie vibes, a little bit of George R.R. Martin in there. It is a really good grimdark book. And I think it's self-published, I think, unless the author, I think he might have got a deal with a... Anyway, those are some of the ones I've been reading recently. Oh, also, I've been reading more Stephen King. So I read The Shining by Stephen King last year. I finished it in January. Then I started reading The Stand. And I started like binging The Stand. I've been listening to the audiobook, and it is really good. I think I'm liking it more than The Shining already. Question, would you ever hire other people to help with the channel? I've thought about it before. But I don't know. Like, I have like a certain way that I edit my videos, and I feel like I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to editing. So maybe if I make like some videos that don't necessarily need a ton of editing, then I would have them as like side videos that go up every once in a while. I would consider hiring like an editor for that, but probably not for quite a while. Like, I'm pretty happy making my content how I've been doing it. Though I do feel like it would be great to have a break from editing once in a while. I remember you saying you read Perdido Street Station. Did you like it when you read it? Did you read any of the other Baslag books? Perdido Street Station is like the weirdest book I've ever read. It's just so odd and strange, and I love it though. Like, there's parts I didn't really care for, but yeah, it was such an interesting book. Like, really, I feel like it's one that everyone should give a chance. But I haven't read any of the other Baslag books. I do own The Scar, so I'm not sure which one that is. I don't know if that's the second one, but I do want to get to that eventually. The Will of the Many was my favorite book from 2023. Yes, come on. That you guys need to read The Will of the Many. Like, that is going to be in my top 10 this year, guaranteed. It's such a great book. Oh man, it's funny you say that. Since of all the 30 odd graphic audios I've listened to, their Stormlight adaptation is by far the lowest quality. First time director, I think, but still good stuff. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that. I've listened to Theft of Swords as graphic audio. That one's really good as well. And what was the other one? Oh, The Way of Shadows. I listened as a graphic audio, and that was really good as well. That's the Night Angel trilogy. Nemesis, thank you so much for another super chat. The Bound and the Broken by Ryan Cahill. Yes, The Bound and the Broken. Wait, is that... Okay, yeah, The Bound and the Broken. Yeah, so many people have been recommending that to me, so it is on my list to get to this year. I do want to get to The Bound and the Broken pretty soon, actually. Like, I might even start that next month, because I've been hearing so many great things about it. I do really want to explore more indie books this year, so that one is high up there. In your opinion, is there a book that is an underrated gem that you wish more people knew about? Yeah, absolutely. I actually just collaborated with Fun Fantasy Books, and I talked about a series. Where is it? Okay, I don't know where I put it now, but there's a series called the Dark Sun Rising. No, that's the name of book 1, Dark Sun Rising. And it is such a weird story. Like, I think it was written in the 80s, and basically it takes place on this planet that was colonized by Earth a long time ago, but all the colonizers were killed because the planet has this natural force called the Fae that, like, basically makes your nightmares come to life. It makes all your thoughts and your subconscious thoughts come to life. And it's kind of like a mix of sci-fi, horror, and fantasy. And I think it's so underrated. Like, it does have... Sorry, it was written in the 90s. It has some, like, 90s vibes to it that maybe aren't... don't hold up quite as well. But overall, I think it holds up pretty good. And I think it's very underrated. I also think Sons of Darkness... the one that I'm currently reading it, so I haven't finished it yet. But as of right now, I think that is definitely like a hidden gem. The Scar is the second one. Also a very strong novel. Okay, yeah. So I do want to start the Scar. Probably this year I'll try to give that one a read, because Perdido Street Station was such a weird book in the best way. Question, what is meant by graphic audio? So graphic audio is, so it's not like your usual audiobook. It's actually like a company that produces audiobooks. They're called Graphic Audio. And I think their tagline is a movie in your mind. So basically they have like a full cast of characters. They have sound effects and music and everything. And they're just like, they're super immersive. I know some people don't like having the music and the sound effects. They find it distracting. But I think it's super immersive. Sometimes they put the sound effects like too loud though, and that can kind of mess things up a bit when you're trying to like hear what they're saying. And I think they actually added some graphic audio books to Audible now, so you can find some on Audible. Congrats, been there since the beginning and really happy to see you get there. Thank you so much. It feels so amazing to finally be at 100K. Like, that is a milestone that like I've been pretty excited for a while, and at the same time it just feels incredible that I finally made it. Yes, the Cold Fire trilogy. Thank you. I was blanking on that. The Cold Fire trilogy by C.S. Friedman. Definitely a very weird series, but I think it's very underrated. You'll be able to do some great lore videos with Bound and the Broken. Ooh, awesome. Yeah, this year is the year where I really want to branch out and make lore and theory videos on a bunch of different series. Hey, one quick question. Did you ever have contact with Patrick Rothfuss or only his management? No, actually, I never have, which is surprising, like, because I made so many videos on the King Killer Chronicle, but I've never been contacted by Rothfuss. I was contacted by somebody from his publishing company one time. They just told me to take down the bookmarks I was selling because I was selling some Name of the Wind themed bookmarks that I designed on Etsy. And I thought it was my own design and stuff, so I thought it would be okay, but they wanted me to take it down, so I did. But yeah, I never had any contact with Rothfuss before. It would be great one day to interview Patrick Rothfuss. Matt's Fantasy Book Reviews. Jay, do you ever have any desire to try this channel as a full-time job? And if so, what benchmarks do you need to hit in order to make that happen? I am doing YouTube as a full-time job right now. So as far as benchmarks do you need to in order to make it happen, I feel like it's tough because with YouTube right now, like, they definitely prioritize... Oh, okay. Sorry, my camera is getting too high. Or too hot, I mean. 1 second. I'm gonna have to reconnect the camera. One moment. Switch the battery. Then I'll get back to the question. Battery is hot. Okay, let's see now. Probably overheated because when I was trying to set up this stream, I had the camera on the whole time, so it took me like 2 hours to try and set up the stream. Okay, let me know now if it's working. It isn't appearing in OBS yet. There we go. Okay, it should be working. All right, what was the question? Oh, the benchmarks needed. Yeah, so I feel like... So I am doing YouTube full-time right now. I feel like the thing with YouTube, though, is that they, like, really prioritize... like, putting out more videos and than quality videos. And that's really unfortunate because YouTube wasn't always that way. But I feel like right now it's at a point where, like, it's definitely... just the more content you put out, the better your channel will do. And it doesn't matter if the content isn't like super quality. So it's difficult for me because I do have issues sometimes with like being a perfectionist. So I still take my time and I try to put out, you know, 1 or 2 videos a week. And that's kind of all I can do at the moment. I'm hoping eventually I can, you know, maybe put out 3 videos a week or something, or just be consistently putting out 2 videos a week. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of the benchmark, is that you just need to be trying to put out more content. Also, shorts have been helping a lot, actually. I started posting YouTube shorts, and I feel like it's really helped my channel grow quite a bit more. Helena, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm always happy to see your comments on my videos. Congratulations, Jay. Very well deserved. Thank you so much, Helena. Again, I wish there was a way that I could highlight comments. Can I do it here? No, I don't think there is a way. There's gotta be a way, right? Like, I'm using Stream Elements. I don't know if... Anyways, I'll have to figure that out for future streams. Congratulations again, Jay. You're one of the first channels I subbed. Onwards and upwards. Wow, that's awesome. I feel honored to be one of the first channels you subbed to. Is Sons of Darkness good? I've been wanting to read more fantasy books from people of color. Sons of Darkness is really good. Like, it takes time, though. Like, it took me time to get invested in the characters, but once I did, I feel like it was definitely worth it. Like, there's this one character, it's not a spoiler, but she's this, like, pirate princess, and she definitely ended up being one of my favorites. So yeah, if you're a fan of grimdark fantasy, then I think you would definitely like Sons of Darkness. Oh, on the topic of graphic audio, I like it, but the accents are kind of weird. Yeah, at times I do feel like the accents don't exactly fit the character or how I think they would sound. So it can kind of be odd when you get a character that has like a Scottish accent and you wouldn't think they would have that at all. The camera can't handle presenting to 100K. Apparently not. Also, I guess I'm not streaming in 4K. It's just 1080p, so I don't know why. I don't know why it overheated. What book have you read that you wish you would have read sooner? I wish I read Malazan Book of the Fallen sooner. I'm still not finished the series, but I really wish that I started it much sooner because I would love to be making like Malazan videos, like theory and lore videos. But at this point, like, it's tough because I'm trying to like read more books to talk about on the channel. So when it comes to gigantic series like Malazan that take a lot of your time, it makes it kind of difficult to really focus on that when you're trying to read other books to recommend in videos. Just one sec, guys. I'm just gonna grab my cup of coffee that's like around the corner. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, I have an update about the Trova trip situation. So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm doing this like group vacation, which I'm super excited about. And we actually finally picked the destination for the trip, and the itinerary is planned out and everything. And we're actually going to be going to Ireland. So I was really hoping we'd go to Japan, but that trip ended up being like too expensive, the itinerary. But I'm really excited to go to Ireland too. Like, it sounds so cool. We're going to explore a castle. We're going to see some bookshops in Ireland. There's a bunch of things on the itinerary that I'm really excited about. So I'll share more of that later on the channel. I'll put like a link to where you can sign up for the trip. But basically, Trova Trip is going to pick like 8 to 15 of you. Then you're going to travel with me. We're going to go explore Ireland together. And I'm really excited about that. I got to think of a book to read while we're in Ireland. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Because I would like to like buddy read a book as we're there. Oh, and I'm definitely going to be like vlogging all of that as well. StreamYard lets you highlight comments, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I thought OBS would have that feature too, but I'm just not seeing it. How many books can you read simultaneously? Like, you know, one book in the afternoon and the other at night, and it goes on like this. Yeah, I always read multiple books at once, but I feel like lately I've been stretching it a bit too much. So usually I try to have like 2 audiobooks on the go, then maybe like 1 to 3 physical books. But I don't exactly recommend doing that. I would recommend trying to like stick to a book and actually just reading it all the way through. Well, I would recommend just having like 1 book and 1 audiobook. To me, that's the perfect situation, but usually I'm reading multiple at once. But But yeah, right now I think I have like 5 books on the go, and I feel like that's just not ideal because then you always end up prioritizing one, then or at least a couple, and then you're not giving the other ones like a good enough chance, and then you kind of forget some things when you go back to reading it. We need Malazan content for sure. Such an amazing series. Hopefully you can get some for us. Yeah, eventually once I'm caught up with Malazan, I will definitely make some like lore videos and stuff on that. Who wants to start a betting pool if Sanderson's secret project is either the Winds of Winter or the Doors of Stone? I mean, if one person was going to finish the series, my bet would be on Sanderson for both series. Alf Books, you said you can send me a list of Irish authors? That would be awesome. That would be really cool. I would like if there's any Irish like fantasy authors that have really good series, definitely let me know. It doesn't have to be fantasy. It doesn't have to be fantasy, but that is the main content I talk about. But it doesn't necessarily have to be fantasy. I would love to branch out and explore something. But I mean, it would be really cool to read some. Oh, I have this book that's like really Celtic themed. The Wishing Tree? Let me look that. No, not the Wishing Tree. The Sword Tree? Let me look it up real quick. It has been a long time. No, not the Wishing Tree. What am I thinking? It's not the Wishing Tree. It's by C.J. Cherry. It's been a really long time since I read it, but it was a really cool, like, Celtic inspired story. There's like these fae creatures. Oh, The Dreaming Tree. That's what it's called. The Dreaming Tree. Do you find that the booktube community can be toxic at times when it comes to books read in a month or a year? I feel sometimes it can be hard to want to keep pace instead of read at my own pace. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I do feel it's weird because like I feel like I'm a slow reader. Like I don't actually read as many books as I would like to. I feel like there's so many booktubers that, you know, are reading 5 books a month or more, and that's totally fine. Like that's great. But I do feel like I don't know. I feel like people shouldn't feel pressured to like be reading more and more and more. I feel like you should just take your time and enjoy the books that you're reading. And if you want to read that many, go ahead. But also just enjoy what you're reading. Take your time. Like it's good to think about what you read after and like actually think about the themes and like what you got from the book. I feel like that's really valuable. But as far as booktube community being toxic, yeah, I do feel like it can be at times. I don't really deal with that. Like I just try to stay away from drama, to be honest. I don't have time for that. But I do feel like sometimes from what I've seen, like there's a lot of gatekeeping in the booktube community, and I don't know. I know there's problems with like over consumerism and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's fine to make book haul videos. I've made them before, but I guess some people take it to extremes. Are you excited about Abercrombie's The Devils? Yes, absolutely. I'm excited for anything that Abercrombie writes. He is one of my auto-buy authors. Like, for me, Brandon Sanderson, Joe Abercrombie. Who else? Those are my 2 auto-buy authors. I feel like there's probably more. What is your favorite genre other than sci-fi fantasy? What is your favorite book for the same? Oh, interesting question. I don't read a whole lot outside of sci-fi and fantasy, but I do like some classics, I guess, but they all kind of have like fantasy elements to them, like Peter Pan. I mean, I do like Oliver Twist, I love A Christmas Carol, but I don't really read a whole lot outside of sci-fi fantasy. Oh, this is still fantasy, I guess. I was gonna say Haruki Murakami. He writes like a lot of magical realism. Kafka on the Shore is one I really enjoyed. It's just strange though. Like there's always parts that I don't like in his books as well, but there's enough in it that I really enjoy. Shining Knight, thanks for joining the stream. I'm currently reading 8 books. Yeah, see, it can kind of be overwhelming when you have so many books on the go. But at the same time, I can't help it. Like, I have an issue sometimes with, what's the word? Like, following through with, like, finishing a whole series because I always go and start another book. So, like, maybe I'll read 1 or 2 books in a series, and then I'll start another series, and I really need to get better at that. I need to get better at just following through and reading a series back to back. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I'm reading Red Rising still. Not the first book. I'm on the 3rd book, I think it is. Morning Star. And I need to get back into reading Dungeon Crawler Carl soon, because those books are so much fun. If you're gonna read Dungeon Crawler Carl, though, I would recommend the audiobooks. The audiobooks are just so good. They make the experience, like, even better. I really love Sanderson's Shadows for Silence in the Forests of Hell and would love to find a physical standalone version apart from Arcanum Unbounded. Yeah, Shadows for Silence is so underrated. Like, that's one of Sanderson's stories that I really don't hear talked about much at all. And it's really good. That's one of my favorite, like, novellas that he's written. Is it a novella or a short story? I don't know. But they should definitely make, like, a collector's edition of it. I would buy that. What do you think of the low-stakes cozy fantasy subgenre? I like the idea of cozy fantasy. Like, in concept, I like the idea because I really love, like, cozy video games. I love Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, that type of thing. Animal Crossing, I find those just relaxing to play, and I like the idea of it in concept. I liked Legends and Lattes. I haven't read too many others, but I feel like maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like you still have to have, like, some tension in there to keep it interesting, because I feel like if there's no tension, then you don't have a whole lot of plot. But as long as there's still, like, some tension in there, even if it's low stakes tension, then I think it's a great subgenre. And I would like to see more people writing in that. I would really love to see a cozy low stakes fantasy series that follows, like, a chef that has to go and collect ingredients, like fantasy ingredients from different creatures and stuff. To me, that would be such a cool series. If you don't mind reading middle grade stuff, I definitely recommend the Artemis Fowl books as a kid, or I read them as a kid and reread them all last year, and they hold up. Artemis Fowl, man, I haven't read that for so long. I read it when I was a kid too. I didn't read that many of them because they just didn't have it in my school library. I think I read like 1 or 2, but I still remember, like, quite a bit of it. I like that series a lot, and I would like to revisit it. Honestly, sometimes it's refreshing to just read a middle grade book. Like, I really love Deltora Quest. I want to reread Inkheart at some point soon. His Dark Materials is a really great series as well. But yeah, I would like to revisit Artemis Fowl at some point. Any recent DNFs? Yes, actually. I have the audio or the ebook here for... I don't know why I'm so bad at forgetting names of books right now, but Iron Widow by... I always have a hard time pronouncing her name, but Iron Widow, I had to DNF. I started it a while back, actually, and I stopped reading it, and then I decided to give it a second chance, and I do not understand the hype with Iron Widow at all. Like, I don't know. I honestly am considering making a rant review on it, because there's so much I can talk about with that book. But honestly, I don't DNF books that often. That was one of them, though. Nemesis, again, thank you for the super chat. Ryan Cahill is Irish, so this must be a sign. Okay, we might have the book that we're gonna read on the trip. Can we start with the Paria, or should I start with Blood Song? Jay is really struggling to say anything outside of sci-fi fantasy. Yeah, I don't read a whole lot outside of sci-fi fantasy, so... I mean, I have read some, like, non-fiction books. Atomic Habits is a book I really... Actually, Atomic Habits helped me a lot with perfectionism and, like, working past that and trying to just make these small little changes that eventually lead to big changes. That's actually helped me a lot. So that's a book I recommend. That's not fantasy. That's a self-help book. But I don't really read a whole lot outside of fantasy. I probably would if my whole channel wasn't like based on fantasy, but I don't know. I used to be good at finishing series, now I'm not. Adult life, I guess. Yeah, I can so relate to that. Like, I just feel like I'm always so busy, and then it takes me a long time to read a series, and then people ask me if I read this series, so I go and start that one, and it takes me a while to actually finish a series. Read widely, Jay, if you want to be a good writer, lol. Yeah, I do need to probably read more outside of sci-fi and fantasy. Fantasy chefs collecting wacky ingredients describes Dungeon Meshi pretty well. Dungeon Meshi? What is that? Is this like a manga? Let me look it up. Dungeon Meshi? Oh, yeah, okay, I've seen this. I haven't seen it, but I've seen it around. It's like they made an anime adaptation of it too, I believe. Maybe I need to check it out, because to me that just sounds like such a cool idea for a book. Are there any fantasy/sci-fi subgenres you have a hard time getting into? This one isn't necessarily one I have a hard time getting into, but I just haven't read enough of, and I don't know where to even start. Steampunk. Like, I like the idea of steampunk in concept, but I just haven't... I don't know where to start. Like, where's all the steampunk books? There's the Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. That's like the one steampunk book I've read, I think. Well, there's probably a few others, but that one was really enjoyable. But as far as other series, it's like hard for me to get into. I don't know. I can't like, as far as fantasy goes, I feel like I've read a lot of different subgenres of fantasy. There isn't too many that I find really difficult to get into. Scotty May, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I've asked at least 5 questions that you've answered, so here's some more of my money. Thank you so much. It's also cool that Sanderson's Shadows for Silence was written for a George R.R. Martin anthology. Yeah, I know. That is really cool. What is that anthology called again? Doesn't it have, like, the... Is it Dangerous Women? Is that what it was? No. What was it called? Oh, it is Dangerous Women. Okay, yeah, that was the anthology that George R. R. Martin edited together. Have you read Gone or Berserk? BZRK? BZRK, what is that? No, I haven't. I have not. I thought you meant Berserk like the manga, but no, I haven't read either of those. I haven't heard of either of those. Have you tried historical fantasy or horror? Those feel really different, but still good for sci-fi fantasy fans. Yeah, I have. I've read a few like historical fantasy. I guess the Poppy War is considered historical fantasy. Same with Sons of Darkness. That one is kind of historical fantasy as well. I feel like there's a few others I've read too. And horror, I've just been getting into more with like Stephen King. I always like when fantasy books have elements of horror, like just moments that are so terrifying in them. I feel like that's such a strong point in fantasy. It just makes like so much tension. But I'm kind of getting more into just the horror genre as well. And I really want to read the Dark Tower series soon. I feel like with Dark Tower that people always recommend to me to read other Stephen King books first. So right now I read The Shining in January, and right now I'm reading The Stand. And I'm hoping to get to probably Salem's Lot next. Either Salem's Lot or The Eye of the Dragon. Maybe you should write that series about the chef who collects magical materials. I would read it too. Honestly, that was an idea I had. I actually have notes written down for that from a while back. That was a series I wanted to write for a long time. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I will. A cozy fantasy series about a chef. I remember I had this whole idea of like this university where these chefs cook these magical foods, and the main protagonist has like a mentor figure that helps him. It was going to be like a mix of classic fantasy, but just like really cozy. It's my birthday today. I'm 23. Happy birthday. Some okie dude. Happy birthday. Perdido Street Station is steampunk. Well, kind of. Yeah, Perdido Street Station is another steampunk one. Is there a book you read as an adult that you wish you read as a kid? Absolutely. Yes. The book of... Is it called The Book of Three? The Book of Three. That's the name of one of the books. I'm so bad at remembering the series here. The Book of Three. It's like, you know, Disney made a movie called The Black Cauldron, and that was based on The Chronicles of Prydain. There we go. I'm so bad at remembering names. That series I read as an adult, and I absolutely loved it. It's like it's like Lord of the Rings, but for kids. And I really wish I read that when I was younger, because that would have been one of my favorite series, I'm sure. I also read a series of unfortunate events kind of later than I would have liked. I wish I read it when I was younger. And also His Dark Materials. I didn't really read until a bit later. So I wish I read that when I was younger as well. Same with the Spiderwick Chronicles. I read like the first book when I was younger, and then it wasn't until I was like 18 when I finally read the rest of it. Before Dark Tower, you should also read Insomnia and Hearts in Atlantis. Okay, I will have to add those ones. Recently, one of my top patrons sent me so many books to my PO box, which was awesome. Like, I appreciate it so much. But all of these and more. He also sent me The Will of the Many and The Book That Wouldn't Burn. So, like, thank you so much. That was an awesome surprise. And he sent me The Eyes of the Dragon by Stephen King, so I do want to get to this one really soon. I've heard a lot of people say they like it better than Fairy Tale. I was also sent this one to the P.O. Box. So, I want to get to both of those this year. I feel like this year I really want to read a lot more Stephen King. Also, the Wingfeather Saga. This is a middle grade book that I want to read soon. And maybe this will be another one that I wish that I read when I was younger. Also, Illborn. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I want to get to this soon. I'm not really even sure what it's about, though, to be honest. But I really want to explore some more self-published authors, because I feel like there's probably a lot of great fantasy out there that isn't getting the attention that it necessarily deserves. So I'd like to help some self-published authors out. You should definitely check out the Warlord Chronicles. The Warlord Chronicles. I'm gonna Google that. I've never heard of it. Is this like historical fantasy? The Winter King, Enemy of God, and Excalibur. Okay, by Bernard Cornwell. Okay, I've seen these books around. He writes like a lot of historical fantasy, doesn't he? Okay, I'll have to add that to my list. Need to go. Thanks for the stream. Congrats again to 100k, and here's to 200k. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Oh, I have a super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm not quite sure how to say her name, but thank you very much for the super chat. Fantasy steampunk for you to try. The Aeronauts Windlass by Jim Butcher. Congratulations. Looking forward for more from you. I actually have read The Aeronauts Windlass. That was quite a while ago that I read that. But yeah, that's another one. That's another steampunk book that I read. I really enjoyed it, actually. It kind of gave me some, like, Final Fantasy vibes. And I love Final Fantasy. So that was actually a really good steampunk book that I enjoyed. I actually really enjoyed Fairy Tale. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I've heard like good and mixed things about Fairy Tale, so I'm not sure. I'm excited to give it a try though and see what I think. Andrew Watson, thanks so much for joining the stream. You should get the new Dune cover on Golan's. Yeah, I should. Honestly, the Golan's, they have some beautiful editions. I really would like to get the Gentleman Bastards Golan's books. They look amazing, but yeah, maybe the Dune one too. I don't know. They can be a bit pricey though, and I think they only ship to the UK. Thanks for the super fun hangout, everyone. 1:30 a.m. here, so gonna hit the hey and catch the replay. Congrats again, Jay. Thanks so much, Helena, for joining the stream. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a good night. Hey man, love the channel. Not sure if it's been asked yet, but do you have any interest in writing your own novel? Yeah, actually, I've been writing my own series of novels, and recently, so I've been writing this. It's probably gonna be like a trilogy, maybe 4 books, but I've been writing this series for quite a while now. But I needed to take a break from it, and just focus on something else for a while. So I started writing this standalone fantasy book that has some sci-fi elements to it, and I'm really enjoying this one a lot. So I feel like this is probably going to be the one that I'm going to get published first. But yeah, I am working on my own novels. And the standalone novel that I'm writing, it does kind of connect to the main series in a certain way. I'm actually hoping to get like a full first draft done for that standalone novel by the end of the year. That's kind of a goal I've had. So eventually, once I get the first draft done, then I'll definitely have to give you guys some more details on what it's about. Have you done any graphic design work recently, or has it been only full-time YouTube? I just remembered you had done some for books. I haven't done any graphic design for a while now. I've basically just been focused on making videos, and that's been taking up like all of my time. But yeah, I have designed like a few book covers before, and I worked with Elliot Brooks and Daniel Green on their covers. And eventually, I would like to still get back into graphic design a bit more. But right now, I'm just focused on trying to build up my channel so that I can make it like full time and be worth the time that I'm putting into it. The sequel to Aeronauts Windless came out last year. It's called The Olympian Affair, and it was great. How did I not know this? Wow, okay, I gotta look into that. Honestly, I probably need to reread The Aeronauts Windless because it's been a while since I read it, but awesome. I didn't know that the sequel came out recently. What is the most underrated series? The most underrated series. I'm looking at my bookshelf here for ideas. Most underrated series. Oh, I feel like the Black Company books by Glenn Cook are really underread. Like, they're definitely underrated, even though they're like a classic and they helped inspire the entire grimdark genre. I do feel like people don't really read them anymore. So yeah, probably the Black Company by Glenn Cook. That would be a big one. I also feel like the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks is kind of underrated. That was actually my first like adult fantasy that I read, and I read it, I think I was in like grade 7, and it's not the best series. There's parts that don't hold up. There is some like sexism in there. I feel like it's kind of part of the world though. And there's also just some bad writing choices, but overall, I think it was such a fun like assassin series. If you're looking for assassin fantasy, then the Night Angel trilogy, I feel like, does it really well. Brent Weeks is really good at making like training scenes where the characters are like slowly learning skills. Have you tried Wilderwood? No, I haven't read that. I feel like I've heard of it before, but no, I haven't read it yet. Did you back the Words of Radiance Leatherbound on Wednesday? What's your Knights Radiant order? I actually didn't. I haven't backed the Words of Radiance Leatherbound yet. I'm still debating on whether I'm going to. I want to, but it's just kind of pricey. At the moment, it's a little bit pricey, but I still might end up backing it. I'm not too sure. But my Knight Radiant order for the Way of Kings, I think I just chose Windrunner, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm a Windrunner. I should do like a quiz or something. I found a UK importer on eBay for Canada that I managed to get the Golan's Name of the Wind variant you showed off. Not signed though. Also awesome to hear about the writing. That's really exciting. Okay, I didn't know there's like a UK importer on eBay. I should look into that. But luckily there's somebody on my Discord server that helped me get the Name of the Wind edition. Thank you so much, man, because that helped out a lot. But yeah, Golan's, I don't know why they need to ship to Canada. They have so many good editions. I just realized something amazing. Maybe you could get Stephen Pacey to narrate the audiobook once it's finished. Oh my god. If I could get Stephen Pacey to narrate my book, I would have no more goals in life. That would be amazing. Stephen Pacey is honestly, he's like top tier audiobook narrator. How are you finding Dungeon Crawler Carl? I am loving Dungeon Crawler Carl. Like, I'm on the 4th book, and it's so much fun. Like, every book just, it's so fun. I feel like there's always a point where I feel like the book should probably end now, because like, I feel like there's like multiple adventures in one book, and I feel like, oh, it seems like it's wrapping up, but I still have 5 hours left in the audiobook. But overall, I'm loving it. Like, I don't want it to end. It just feels like there's parts where it should be ending, but then it keeps going, and I love it. Dungeon Crawler Carl is a high recommendation for me. And it's funny because it seems like it's such a weird, wacky concept for a book, and I think a lot of people would just think it's some like lowbrow lit RPG book that probably doesn't have too much value to it. But Dungeon Crawler Carl hits hard. Like there's some parts where it brings up emotions, like it really hits hard, and it's such a great series. And it is incredibly funny, and the comedy is great as well, but it also has some like deep themes in there. Highly recommend Dungeon Crawler Carl. Check out The Soul of Chaos by Gregory Wunderlin. I reviewed it last month. It's amazing. Okay, The Soul of Chaos. Somebody else recommended this to me, unless it was you before, because I have heard of it. Let me look it up. Okay, I don't recognize the cover at all, but I do, yeah, the name, The Soul of Chaos, sounds familiar. I will definitely have to add that to my list of books to look into. Have you read the newest Night Angel book, Night Angel Nemesis? I read it when it came out, and I didn't love it. Oh, okay. No, I haven't read Nemesis yet. See, I was really hoping that Brent Weeks helped fix a lot of the previous stuff in the Night Angel trilogy that I didn't quite enjoy. So I had hopes that Nemesis would be a bit better, but I haven't read it yet, so I'm not too sure. I feel like you should read The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan if you like Percy Jackson, then Cain, Magnus Chase, Heroes of Olympus, then Apollo. Okay, yeah, I was recently sent The Trials of Apollo. I'm pointing up there because I have the box set up here. Yeah, I was sent the box set for Trials of Apollo, and I do want to start it soon because honestly, Percy Jackson holds up pretty good. I read them last year, and I still love it, like just as much as I did when I was a kid. So, I don't know, it holds up. I gotta read the other ones for sure. And yeah, I have to read, which ones? Oh, I should read Cain after, the Cain Chronicles, I should read that after. And then Magnus Chase, and then Heroes of Olympus. Okay. Okay, I'll have to do it. I'll do it. I recommend The Black Crown by John A. Douglas. Okay. Okay, yeah, I do remember looking into that book. Cheers, man. Have a good night. Congrats on 100K, and good luck on the future projects. Thanks so much. I hope you have a good night. Guys, I am really running out of space on my bookshelves. I have some books piled up there, and I have like a small bookshelf there, and I'm running out of space. I got piles of books on the ground. My room's kind of a mess right now, but I got piles of books on the ground because I'm running out of space, and I really need to buy a new bookshelf. But I don't know, because the bookshelves I have, I bought at Target like a long time ago, and Target closed down in Canada. We don't have any Targets anymore. So I found the bookshelf that I want on Target, on the website, but it doesn't ship to Canada. So I don't really know what to do about, I really want to get a new bookshelf, but I don't know if I can like ship a bookshelf to Canada from Target in using some other service, or if I should just try to get all new bookshelves. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to get these bookshelves from IKEA, but they are kind of pricey, but I really am in desperate need of a new bookshelf because I'm running out of space here. You definitely need to read Heroes of Olympus before Trials of Apollo. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that before as well. So yeah, I'll definitely read Heroes of Olympus next. Oh, the camera froze? Oh no. I think I was just probably showing my bookshelves. I am in strong disagreement with the last Night Angel Nemesis comment. I think that a lot of people wanted it to just be another one of the original trilogy and to get the same feels from it. Okay. So you think that it is pretty good? I'll have to give it a read myself and figure out my thoughts on it. Oh, the camera froze. Did it freeze when I picked it up? Maybe it froze when I picked it up. I was just showing my messy bookshelves and how I have piles of books on top, and I got piles of books on the ground as well, because I really need to buy a new bookshelf. Camera has frozen? Is it still frozen? Here, let me see if I can fix it. Let me see here. No, your camera is all the way out. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, I think maybe it pulled on the cord when I was moving it around. Okay, I'm back. Awesome. I think I'm actually going to end the stream pretty soon here, though, because... yeah, I guess I've been streaming for a little while. But I actually want to start doing live streams more often. This time I had so many difficulties just setting up the stream. And like I ended up streaming way later than I was planning on streaming. But if you guys want to see me do like more streams just every once in a while, some like hangout streams, I think that'd be a lot of fun to do. Keep it up and you can swim through books around your house like Scrooge McDuck. You know, that would be kind of cool just to have books piled everywhere. It might take more commitment to just collect a ton of books, but I could do that. It would save me money on shelves, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream there. Thank you guys so much, though, for joining the stream. It feels so amazing to finally be at 100,000 subscribers. Like, obviously, I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you so much for, like, all the comments and the support that you've given me throughout the years. And it just makes me so happy that there's so many people out there that enjoy the content I make. Because, like... I put a lot of time and effort into the videos that I'm making, and it just makes me so happy that there's people that actually enjoy the content I'm making, and it's just amazing. There's like 100,000 of you out there. That's incredible. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and I can't wait to see where the channel's gonna go from here. I'm really excited to see just where it's gonna be at next year. I'm very excited for that. Anyways, thanks for joining the stream, and I'll see you guys soon.